Hi guys, how's everybody doing today? I hope you are all doing great. My name is Miss Young and I make videos to help you remember the things that you already know and to teach you about some new things too. So today we are going to start with our question of the day, and then we're going to switch screens and we're going to learn all about the solar system. Then we're going to come back here, we're going to talk about what we learned, and then we're going to talk about some things that you can do at home. All right, so are you ready? Our question of the day today is, if you are out at a restaurant and you have to burp, what should you do? Should you go ahead? It's funny. Go ahead and burp really loud. Or should you try to burp quietly with your mouth closed? I'm going to give you some time to think about that, and then we'll talk about the answers. Okay. So, did you say, go ahead and burp? It's funny. No, there is a better choice than that. Did you say, burp quietly and softly with your mouth closed? That is the right answer. All right, guys, so sometimes when we are out at restaurants, things happen and we can't help it. And one of those things is you might have to burp. And if you're at a restaurant with your friends and family, you do not want to burp really loud. Why? Because then all the people in the restaurant are going to think that you do not know how to be polite. And I know that all of you know how to use your manners when you are in a restaurant. And when we burp really loud, going to give you the stink eye, and you don't want that, right? So you want to show that you are polite and use your manners, that you know how to do that in a restaurant. And to do that, you burp quietly and softly with your mouth closed, and then you can say, excuse me. So remember, I know, trust me guys, I know some of you think it's funny. I do, but try to remember when you're at a restaurant to burp softly. All right, so now we are going to learn about the solar system today. Lately, in the past few months and even over a year or two, there's been lots of inventions about different spacecrafts that are going up into space, like the rover going up to Mars. There's all kinds of different people that are getting to go up into space nowadays. Just ordinary people like me and you. And there is a lot of information, new, exciting information that we're getting from space when the spacecraft goes up there with their cameras and all. They're collecting all kinds of different neat, new kinds of information that we can use here on Earth. So, get ready, we're going to switch screens, and then we will come back and review what you learned. The solar system is made up of the sun, planets, moons, asteroids, comets, and other icy, rocky objects. The sun is in the middle of the solar system. From our planet Earth, this is what the sun looks like. But this is what it looks like from outer space. It is not a solid rock. It is made up of very hot gases. A gas doesn't have any shape. A star is a huge ball of gas. So the sun is actually a star because it's a big ball of hot gases. All of the planets and the other objects in our solar system orbit around the sun. Orbit is when something travels around a path in a circle. There are 8 planets in our solar system. And gravity is a force that pulls things down to the ground on Earth. The sun has gravity also. The sun's gravity keeps the planets lined up in their orbit so they don't float away. The 4 planets that are closest to the sun are Mercury, Venus, Earth, and Mars. They are made of rock and metals. Our planet is Earth, and it is just the right distance from the sun. It's not too hot, and it is not too cold. Then there are 4 really huge planets that are made up of clouds, gas, ice, and dust. They are Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, and Neptune. All of these planets have rings around them, but Saturn's rings are the ones that you can see the best. Scientists send different kinds of spacecraft into space to take pictures and to gather information. Scientists have even sent robots to study the planet Mars. These robots are called rovers. Astronauts also travel into space. Who knows, maybe someday people will be able to not only travel into space, but live there too. Okay guys, so I hope you enjoyed learning all about the solar system. Let's talk about some of the things that we learned. The first thing we learned is that the sun is a star, and we know that because stars are made up of gases. And our sun is made up of gas, so our sun is a star. A gas doesn't have any shape, so we cannot feel it or touch it. It is like the air that goes inside a helium balloon. A helium balloon are those balloons that you have at parties that float in the air by themselves. But what's inside there is not really air, it is a gas, and it is called helium. So remember, our sun is made up of hot, hot, hot gases. Then we also talked about orbit, the word orbit, and that is when something follows a path around something else and usually goes around in a circle. And our 8 planets follow an orbit around our sun. Our planet is called the planet Earth. And this is a globe. A globe is a model of our planet. Our planet Earth is one of those 8 planets that goes all the way around the sun. And do you know how long it takes for our planet to go all the way around the sun? It takes 1 year for the Earth to orbit the sun, and that is from January all the way to December. That's how long it takes for the Earth to go around the sun. Now, while it's orbiting, our planet Earth is also spinning. And our Earth takes 1 day to spin all the way around. 1 day or 24 hours. So 1 day to spin and 1 year to go all the way around the sun. Yeah, pretty neat, huh? Then we talked about gravity, and gravity is the force that pulls things down to the ground. It keeps us, all of us people, down to the ground on the Earth. And the sun also has gravity that pulls all the planets towards it so that they can orbit and not fly off into space. Okie dokie, guys. So let's talk about some things that you can do at home. First thing you can do at home is you can draw a picture of anything about space. You can draw a picture of the planets, of the sun, of moons, stars, spacecraft, astronauts, whatever you would like to draw. about the solar system. Also, you could write a sentence about what you think it would be like to live on another planet. Now remember, when you write a sentence, you think of an idea, and then you think of words that will help you tell about that idea, and then you write those words on a piece of paper. When you write your sentence, the first word always has a capital, and at the end of the sentence, you always put a period. If you write more than one sentence, that's called a paragraph. So you can write a sentence or a paragraph about what you think it would be like to live on another planet or to live in outer space. Do you think it would be really, really hot? Or do you think it would be freezing cold? Or do you think it would be kind of lonely because there's not many people up in space? Or maybe there are. Maybe there's some aliens that we don't know about. Who knows? And then the other thing you can do is you could go on the computer and you could go to NASA's website. NASA is the agency or the group of scientists that work for the United States government, and they are the ones that study space. They are the ones that send the space shuttles off to space and all of the spacecraft that we have. They train the astronauts, they send the astronauts to the space station, they send the rovers up to Mars, and then they study all the information that all of the astronauts and the cameras up in space gather up, and they send it back down to Earth, and the scientists at NASA are the ones that study it. Okay guys, so that's a few things that you can do at home. And we are out of time for today, so I hope you have a great day, and I will see you in the next video.